I'm Danae Shanti, and welcome to Storytime, where we are learning how to find our inner hero so that we can move on with the kind of life we want with clarity from inside. Today's story is about my grand adventures with the Global Harmony Band. It's a band that I was honored to become a part of, where we traveled throughout Japan, United States, and parts of Hawaii too. Beautiful over there, to raise money to build the orphanage for dreams for the street children in Burma and Cambodia. So I'm going to take you back in time to what my process was and how I went through it to be able to land in that very blessed situation, which, by the way, was a childhood dream of mine, to be able to use my voice for doing good in the world. So backtrack, who was I at the time? I was a single mom, and my kiddo was about 7, and I was presented with an opportunity to become part of the Global Harmony Band and do this dream, travel and be well taken care of in order to serve, to create money to build an orphanage for street children. Who I was at the time was someone who didn't believe that I could go, because I was a single mom and my kiddo was my number one priority, and I didn't see how I could go off without my child, and it wasn't going to work to take him on tour. And so my predicament was this: I was being presented with a lifelong dream, and I didn't have a solution for how I can go. I didn't even know if it was right that I could go. I was in conflict with my motherhood, and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to sit down and tune in. My way is to pray and ask for help. So I did. I sat down and I was like, oh, Spirit, this is my dream come true, and I want to go. I want to honor my motherhood, and I need to know that my son is totally safe and well taken care of if I go. I don't know how to orchestrate that, and I don't know if I should. So I asked for help. I got really, really quiet, and what came to me was to have a chat with his dad and explain the situation and ask his father, what would it take for you to take our son for 3 weeks? What would it take for you? What would you need? What kind of support would you need to take care of our son for 3 weeks? At that time, we had an agreement where we had shared time, and we didn't really switch much. And I liked that guidance because it was asking his father, what do you need? Not, can you do this for me? This is what I need. It was saying, what would you need to make this work, if you would even consider it? And I was willing to not go on tour. I was willing to not say yes to this opportunity, even though I really wanted to. So the guidance I received gave me the choices to check in and find out, or to let go. So I decided that I was going to be a risk taker and go ahead and talk with his dad. And I did. So lo and behold, his dad thought about it. Very practical man, very, very grounded and earthy. And I was flying high with my potential dreams. And he thought it through, and he thought, well, these are my work hours. This is geographically where I am. This is where our son goes to school and where he comes home to your house. This is what I need to make it work so that he's totally covered. He'll be safe. He'll be loved. He'll be well. And that's what I'll offer to you. And in exchange for that, I would like this in the future. And then he told me what he would like. So I thought, that's a really good deal, and we're working well as co-parents. And so I took his offer and had a chat with my son and said, this is Mom's dream, and I can only go if I know you're completely safe and loved and well taken care of. And he knew he was going to be with his dad, and that there would be different volunteers that I put together at home with him when he got home from school till his dad could pick him up. And he seemed good with that. So I took action, put the whole team together, and then turned around and told His Holiness Gayuna Cielo that I'm in. So I ended up going on tour, and this is some of the result that you see here. I had the opportunity to live my childhood dream, to use my voice for the good. We raised money, and we met orphan children from Burma and Cambodia. We became famous in Japan. I mean, you'd walk into an elevator and our music was playing, and people would stop us on the street and want us to sign their clothing, things like that. And it was an amazing time in my life. And that went on for 3 years. And what was important to me was the balance between my motherhood and my dreams. So when I went out on tour, I didn't take every single tour. I went out for, the longest I was out was 3 weeks, and checking in with my kiddo and his dad every day. And I knew that everyone was well and taken care of. So I had to find my inner hero. I had to find my yes. How can this be win-win for everybody, not just for me? And so here's the formula that I went through. Who I was at the time, what my predicament was, how I asked for help, the guidance I received, recognizing my guidance. And that's a really important part of this process, is being able to recognize your guidance, how you get answers from the universe, God, spirit, however you would say that. The choices that I made based on my guidance, the actions that I took based on my choices, and then the results that happened. So I'm inviting you to play with the hero formula in your life, anywhere in your life where you're feeling challenged or unclear and how to step forward, and you feel like you wish you had someone to tell you what to do. Well, that someone is the hero inside of you. So please feel free to email me. Here's my contact info, and you can let me know what story you're working with in your life and how the hero formula is working for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Sunday. Take care.
Will you